good, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
My name is John.
And I'm Kendra.
And welcome to this brand new edition of Ringside. So, Kendra says we sing too much at the top of these things.
Okay.
So, I've been instructed to shut my fucking gullet and get right into it.
I said fat gob, not gullet. No.
Oh.
I just said that maybe sometimes in the beginning we just kind of ramble for a little bit before we start talking. And I suggested maybe we don't do that as much and try to get right into it so we don't lose
into the meat and potatoes of it all.
Yeah.
Trim the fat.
We're messing around in like the, what do they call it? Appetizers, but fancy and rich, like really little. What do they call that? It's like French.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yes. Hors d'oeuvres. We're messing around with the hors d'oeuvres with the nasty oysters or whatever the fuck they have. And I'm trying to get to the meat and the potatoes.
Escargot.
Also, random. I know I just mentioned rambling and how that's bad. My left eye has been twitching for over a week straight, every day, all day.
Your left eye?
My left eye. If anyone's a medical doctor listening, please tell me, what does that mean? Am I okay?
I think you're probably fine. I'm not a medical doctor. I have an arts degree. I have a
singing
performance
dance degree.
But I think the performance of your eye is probably due to stress, probably some sort of vitamin deficiency.
It's always vitamin. I'm tired.
Not enough protein.
But I know I eat enough protein. That's the one thing I know I eat. I eat enough protein and I eat enough sugar. I know that much. Some would argue too much.
Too much protein?
Too much sugar.
Oh.
Yeah.
But listen, these sorts of relationship strifes are pretty common, and around these parts we call it a rumble, because you know what? It's rumble season, baby.
Okay.
And you know, I'm not just talking from our West Side Story fans. I'm talking from our WWE fans.
Yeah. It's the second most wonderful time of the year. First most wonderful time is obviously the Christmas time. Just 10 more months until it's Christmas season, November 1st, 2026. We're doing a big Christmas.
Big Christmas season, big Christmas energy.
But we're in the second best time of the year, which is Royal Rumble season. Our favorite PLE. And I'm so excited to talk about all the possibilities because it's truly the
reason for the season.
No, because I know what you were going to say next. No, I was going to say this is like truly the most like anything can happen PLE, in my opinion.
And you know what? Lord knows we need the Royal Rumble right now because, I mean, I wish it wasn't where it is. But you know what? Shit's real crazy right now. And this is a pretty joyous event that we share together.
That's how I feel about the Olympics coming up. I'm like, we need the Olympics right now.
Yeah. So
our Olympics, Royal Rumble.
Yeah. But anyway, so I want to just talk about the Royal Rumble for a little bit. You see, I'm all decked out from the time we went to the Rumble in St. Pete, Tampa. Tampa, St. Pete.
St. Pete, Tampa, Clearwater.
St. Pete, Tampa, Clearwater,
it's all
Largo.
The same. Mush them together.
Yeah. So yeah, this is our favorite PLE of the year. I'm sure we share that sentiment with a lot of people. But Kendra, I want to ask. We know that this is an event that like anything can happen. Truly, anything can happen, like you just said. What are some things you're hoping for? Some surprises you're hoping for? They've only given us, I think,
8 men.
8 men, and maybe around the same for the women.
I think we have maybe 11 women. And 8 men announced. Again, this was an issue that we have talked to death in the past, where they give too many people declaring for the Royal Rumble before it happens. Then there are like 3 surprises maybe the whole night. That's just like, you're just asking for people to be disappointed at that point. So I think they did learn their lesson. And now I feel like each year we're getting not less and less, but we are holding back the majority of the contestants.
Yeah.
So even if it's someone you see every week or all the time or whatever, it'll still be a surprise that they're in there, which is how I prefer it. I want to be surprised. That's the whole point.
That's half the fun.
That's the whole fun. That's all of the fun, actually. But my biggest thing that this might just be me being hopeful, but I really hope we see Bianca Belair return at the Rumble.
So starting with the Women's Rumble right now.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Love it.
Should I have specified?
Oh, no, I mean,
That's just the person that I'm hoping to see, I think, the most return. You have a lot of options. This year, specifically, we have like, it could be people from AAA. It can be people from Evolve. It can be people from NXT. It can be people from TNA.
Yeah.
It can be people on the injured list. Like, it could truly be almost anyone. It could be someone from a different promotion. We've had it before.
For all we know.
So as far as like the Rumbles go, yeah, I would love to see Bianca Belair specifically return. Maybe Naomi. I'm just kidding. She's
Naomi's baby.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, Naomi and her baby. And I want to see some AAA stars. AAA just started with their weekly show on Fox.
Yeah.
Which is uploaded to YouTube. If you didn't know, you can watch it there. We watched it this morning. Morning
weekend wrestling, like when we were kids.
Yeah, it was really fun. I think we're gonna see Mr. Iguana. I think we have to see Mr. Iguana in the Rumble, and I think that'll be really fun. And outside of the Rumble matches, I do think I personally think this is going to be AJ Styles' last PLE.
I know.
And I think this is going to be his retirement match. And I think, again, like we mentioned last time, Gunther is being set up to be the career killer. And I think this is just another plot in that storyline. So right. I do think this is going to be AJ Styles' last match. But I think WWE, I mean, the way that they set it up, the put your career on the line, like contingency, is set up so that we all think that. So maybe they'll subvert our expectations. I don't know. I don't want to be too hopeful. But yeah, I think the closer we get to Rumble, I'll have like a more specific list of people who I think are going to be in it. But just like top of mind, I really want Bianca Belair to show up.
Bianca Belair and some AAA folks.
And yeah, and AAA.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jack Cartwheel. I want to see Jack Cartwheel.
You beat me to it.
In the men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I think we're bound for some debuts, some returns. I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe got a Paige entrance in this year.
That's another good one.
I think Paige might. There's been a lot of chatter over the last, I would say, year or so, ever since she was done at AEW, about if and when she would come back to WWE.
Was she the one that we thought might return at Evolution 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe she was a contestant.
That's a good one.
I could see maybe Brie Bella popping up.
When you said Paige, that's because her husband, whose name is either Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan.
I think it's Bryan Danielson.
He was like, yeah, she might come back to do something with Nikki Bella. So I could see her coming back and being like heel Bellas. That would be fun.
I think right now is the time to do it because the women's tag team division is so like on fire right now.
Yeah. Sorry if you can hear Bustelo.
He's playing around with some paper. But yeah, I think right now would be the time for them to have one last tag team championship run, or maybe Nikki Bella. It'd be funny if Nikki Bella turned on her, since she's kind of a heel right now. She turns double heel. That would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah, I think I'm hoping and praying for a Bianca Belair return. I could see Tiffy returning at the Rumble. We haven't seen her since she lost the title to Jade.
Yeah.
And I think right around, I feel like I always associate Tiffany Stratton with the Elimination Chamber matches now. Yeah. So I could see her being, now that we're getting close to that as well, her being back to do some crazy shit there. You mentioned Jack Cartwheel, who I think should absolutely show up.
Yeah.
You mentioned Mr. Iguana, who I also feel will likely be there. Mm-hmm. I feel like, you'll get your NXT folks. I think you'll get Joe Hendry for sure.
Yeah.
I hope we get Javon Evans, though, he recently was injured on an episode of Raw, so we'll see. Hopefully he's just taking a week off to make sure he's nice and healthy for the Rumble, but we'll see. I would love to see El Grande Americano I'd love to see Chad Gable.
I would love to see a returning Chad Gable. I did float the idea of 2 separate El Grande Americanos joining at 2 separate times and like being confused to see one another.
They do the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
That would be fucking funny. And then I'm really hoping, I know he's not going to win this. I'm really hoping Kit Wilson has the sort of Chelsea Green spot in the men's rumble.
Yeah.
Like either he's eliminated super quickly and makes it everyone's problem about how toxic they are, or he's in it for a good minute and just has all these really hilarious spots.
Yeah.
So I'm, we're just all about like, Kit Wilson over here.
I feel like, yeah, he would be kind of like Chelsea, where it's like, I don't care if they're there for a minute or an hour.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see them in it. I'm happy to be able to hear their song and see that they're part of it. So, and I think that Kit Wilson's getting enough of is like over enough with the crowd that they will use that and put him in there for whatever. I think
they should, because also I just want to hear that song some more.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, I think I'd love to see Omos. But I think we're going to see the main roster debut of the Rula, Oba Femi.
Boomy. I would love to see Oba. They've been teasing Oba Femi for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, where is he then? This is like, oh my gosh, who was it that they teased over and over for like
Veer Mahan.
Was it?
Veer with the $1 million arm.
He showed up and they gave him like nothing.
Was it
he
just
kept
a nothing
squashing
burger?
Locals, and that was it. And they were like, "Well, see you later, I guess."
The only person who did that well, I think, was Braun Breaker, because they made it make sense for his story, where he got like pissed off that they weren't giving him any real like opponents.
Yeah, and then they did something really big with him.
Yeah, but I agree. I think Oba Femi. I think, call me crazy. You guys are gonna hear it here first. This actually segues nicely into who might win this. I think what could be crazy cool is if Oba Femi shows up, wins the whole thing, challenges Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, becomes world champion in record time.
That would be crazy.
I think not only is it possible, I think there's a slim probability that that's the way they're going to go. Now, there's some outliers here. You've got some big names in here. Mm-hmm. You got Roman Reigns, who is declared not even virtually via video package.
Telehealth entered the Rumble.
You have Cody Rhodes, who I don't think is winning this because of his beef with Jacob Fatu.
He better not win this. I will be pissed.
I would be surprised if he and Jacob Fatu, that was me, I accidentally kicked my chair.
Okay.
I would be surprised if he and Jacob Fatu even made it to the ring for the Rumble. But I think they're going to eliminate each other. That's just me. It's just me thinking what's going to happen. But yeah, I think there's a good chance Oba Femi goes to win the whole thing, because there's already a little bit of a precedent between him and Drew McIntyre because of his match, of Oba Femi's match against Cody Rhodes at John Cena's final, match, PLE, and how Drew caused a disqualification match and he like chokeslammed him or whatever. So I think there's enough of a built-in story between them that they can build on that could get us there. Now, I would love to see him win that, but I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself. But I think that might be one of my favorites to win the match. If he's there, I think it's going to be Oba Femi.
This is the part that I struggle with the most, because again, there are so many people who could win and it would make sense, or who could win and I could see the storyline.
Yeah.
I hate having to predict the winner. So I don't think I will.
I think for the men's rumble, I'm going heavy on Oba Femi.
I don't mind that. And that's the other thing, is like, though I think the only person I would be mad at winning would be Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if Cody was still champion, I could maybe see Roman winning. And there's a part of me that still could see Roman winning. I also think there's a good story between him and Drew McIntyre that we can always go back to. Mm-hmm. Drew McIntyre versus the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know it's tricky. And I mean, we have returns about, I'm curious, we didn't talk about it before, but I'm curious if Chris Jericho actually returns.
Yeah, that's been a rumor for
months.
Yeah. When was he supposed to return? Everyone thought he was going to return.
People thought he was going to come back at the Stranger Things Raw.
Yes, that's what it was. Yes.
Yeah, but that didn't end up happening.
Nothing was happening on that Stranger Things Raw.
Hey, we had a pretty good match between CM Punk and Braun Breaker. I thought it was a fine episode of Raw. It was weird that it was Stranger Things.
It was just, that's the thing. I'm like, whoa. Nothing.
Just Netflix capitalizing on the hype.
Anyway, I should have known better.
Yeah.
But whatever. And
I thought the theme was fun, but like, yeah, it just didn't have anything to do with anything.
No. And it was like, it's already all out. We've already all watched it.
I was listening to, I think it was, I was listening to a clip of Wrestling is Cool. That's Santi Zap and Sancho. And they were mentioning that there should have been like themed matches, like a Demogorgon death match. That would have been cool.
Would have loved that.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, they have to do it all upside down on wires.
Match. That would have been cool.
Something. Underwater, I don't know. That was...
You said underwater.
I don't know.
Now, what about, do we think LA Knight returns at the Rumble?
Where has LA Knight been?
He's been injured via numerous tsunamis. Remember he was tsunamied on a car or some shit?
Pardon me. I think, yeah, there's a very good chance that he could return. That's the thing, anyone. And also, after the whole Seth Rollins debacle, I'm like, is Javon Evans really hurt? I think he is, but also...
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
we never know.
But yeah, I think anyone on the injured list, as long as that injury wasn't like devastating or really real, could come back.
Yeah.
Do you think? What's her name? Zoe Stark. Do you think Zoe Stark will return?
I hope so.
That wasn't a Royal Rumble match where she got.
That was a Raw. I think that was just a regular episode of Raw.
Oh man, that was horrific.
Yeah.
To see. Blah.
Yeah.
Hope she's doing okay.
Would love if she came back.
Yeah.
The women's rumbles. I think the women's rumble is where I struggle. I'm like, I truly don't know.
There's a lot of paths to take.
Yeah, because we have Stephanie Vaquer right now as women's world champion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it would be interesting if I assume because all three of the Judgment Day ladies are in the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I think it's a long shot, but I would love if they pulled the trigger on Big Mommy Cool, Big Sexy, get her in there, Raquel Rodriguez, and just roll with it.
I feel like that's gonna happen regardless, right?
I don't know. I think like I think that is a I was gonna say that's a dark horse pick, but is it?
I don't think so. Not anymore. It would have been last year.
And I think it'd be crazy if she. Well, I don't know, because I'm like, do they use this as a way to like sort of put a fracture between her and the Judgment Day?
Very possible. It is getting really crowded in the Judgment Day, I will say.
Yeah. I mean, like, two of them are gone right now with Dirty Dom and JD.
Hey, Dom, he's busy.
I would love to see Dom in the Rumble. A Dom return at the Rumble.
I could see that happening.
Especially if we have some AAA folks in there.
Yeah, 100%. And I've just missed him personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, the women's Rumble is tough. I feel like Raquel and Stephanie it's gonna happen with all of the stuff that they've been setting up between them. I don't think they necessarily need to give the contract to Raquel for that match to happen.
But for her to win.
Would be huge.
No, I'm saying, but for her, I think if she wins the Rumble, whenever she has that match with Raquel, I think she's winning that match.
Oh. Oh.
Is what I'm saying. I think if she wins the Rumble, she's becoming champion. Which isn't always a guarantee. I mean, it didn't happen for Cody Rhodes that first time.
This is, okay, forgive me for my ignorance. Whoever wins the Royal Rumble, they go up against their chosen opponent?
Yes, they choose a champion
at WrestleMania
to challenge them at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Or they choose a title to go after at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but it's specifically at WrestleMania.
Correct.
That would be fucking huge.
That's why the Elimination Chamber is basically for the other title that wasn't challenged for.
Okay. Could Bianca Belair come back, win, and challenge Stephanie?
She could.
That could be crazy.
That would be nuts.
Have we ever seen the two of them together?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Not that I know of. Would love to see, and again, I'm biased. You see her right there behind me. Would love an Io Sky win. Mm-hmm. Would love to see her and Stephanie tear it up at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it a couple times here and there, but I think a WrestleMania would be the icing on the cake.
I agree.
So we'll never be upset with Io Sky.
Oh.
Would love Stephanie McMahon to pop up in the Rumble.
Right. Stephanie v. Stephanie.
That'd be fucking great. Well, I'm not saying she'd win.
No, she wins, and then it's Stephanie v. Stephanie.
That would be nuts. I think there's a strong case for Jordan Grace. No rhyme intended. But she's going after Jade Cargill right now,
that's
so
true.
I could see her either winning the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, maybe Elimination Chamber.
Though I wouldn't mind seeing. I feel like if Bianca comes back and wins, I feel like
Bianca and Jade
is the one that people want to see, and I'm like, I do think Bianca would make Jade look really good.
I would prefer to see her against Stephanie.
But I would want to see her and Stephanie. That would be like a crazy match.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen her with Jade against Jade. I've seen that.
Yeah.
I guess she kind of got injured in the middle of that. But seeing her with Stephanie would be something special.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of women where I'm like, I wouldn't be upset if they won. And I could make it make sense in my brain.
Kiana James.
I love Kiana James.
Me too.
I feel like she's like so.
Speak your truth.
Not underappreciated. I just don't think that people. She has so little time. I mean, she just won, on SmackDown, right? You didn't watch. They did a tag team, right?
Yeah. That sounds right.
Or was that a Saturday Night Main Event?
No, we just watched Saturday Night's Main Event literally last night.
I know, but it was right after SmackDown, so I don't remember what's from what. My eyes twitching.
She was not at Saturday Night's Main Event.
Okay.
That's because you're stressing me out.
It must have been SmackDown. Anyway, I want to see like a full out 1v1 match with her with no interruptions. I feel like people need to see that to realize like, damn, she's good on the mic. She sells really well. She does like gymnastics moves. She reminds me of Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think big things are on the horizon for her.
I hope, because
I don't know that she's winning this particular Rumble, but I would like to see her.
I don't think so.
I also would like to see her in the Elimination Chamber. I think I would like to see what she does as a singles competitor.
Yeah.
I mean, we have on like NXT and stuff, but like since this new main roster run, listen, I thoroughly enjoy Julia, and I thought Julia. I don't know what happened with her momentum from the NXT switch coming up to the main roster, because I completely forgot she was in the women's Money in the Bank match last year. So like she had all this momentum, and I don't know what happened. Just these nonsensical feuds that they put her in.
Can I speak my truth?
You just had a whole. Can I say my thing?
Go ahead.
Because I think you're gonna go off to. I'm leading to a point here.
Okay.
But I do think right now, just not a casual, because we watch every week. But as a viewer, I think there are times where Kiana James is sort of outshining Julia in the ring. And definitely on the mic, because they don't really let Julia speak for much time. But in terms of like I don't know. I just feel like I don't really know. But I feel like sometimes maybe it's just a little bit of an it quality, you know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My turn. I was going to say the same thing. Well, I was going to say, I think I might think that Julia is boring.
Oh.
Is it that she's boring, or is it that I like Kiana James and her whole shtick more?
Well,
I think she's more entertaining to watch of the two.
I think Kiana James is very Kendra coded.
What does that mean? Black?
Well, yes. No. No. I think that she's got a strong but still like girly thing going on. And I know that you've said before, and the reason why I pointed out like that is that I feel like you've said before, you like when women characters still get to keep that like femininity about them.
I do like that.
So I feel like that's, I don't know, I don't want to speak for you and why you like something, but she also the gimmick in and of itself is kind of ridiculous and kind of really funny that she's like a businesswoman and carries around a fucking purse that like she hits people with, or like a suitcase that she hits people with. That's hilarious.
It's more that than anything else, because Julia's whole thing is this like beautiful nightmare or whatever. What is her thing?
The beautiful madness.
Yeah. So I think that she in the Kendra cinematic universe is still a character that's like strong, feminine. I don't want to sound like some kind of conservative.
No. And I think it's I mean, we've talked about it before. Again, I don't mean to speak over you. I'm sorry, but like there was a point in time where like they like really were, I don't know, they really went overboard with. How do I want to say this? It doesn't sound like I'm also like a conservative, because we're not.
Do you want me
in
to
any
try?
way, shape, or form?
I think I know what you're trying to say. It's like we had this using just WWE, although this is for
everything.
We had this era where all of the women had to be super hyper feminine to be part of it.
Right.
And then like as a reaction to that, it was all that hyper feminine stuff is bad and feeding into the patriarchy, and you're playing the role that they want you to play. So we're going to reject that and go completely in the opposite direction. Now all women are portrayed as like strong and super opinionated and like independent, like hyper independent and all that stuff. I'm not here to say that one thing's good and one thing's bad. I like to see the diversity of all of those things and everything in between.
Right.
I think that's more realistic and more indicative of like modern feminism and feminist characters, where we can say like those hyper feminine women are just as valid as like women who completely reject their femininity. I like to see that variation. That being said, I also like a funny character who carries around bricks in her work purse and hits people with it. So I think that's what I appreciate about Kiana James.
Yeah. I don't know. I can see why you'd like Kiana James. Was my whole like point and all that.
Yeah. But it's just, I like her more. I like seeing her more. So for her to be the sidekick character, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah. I do think for Julia, it really does. And listen, I love Chelsea Green. This isn't really a commentary on her. It's just more of like, you have this. It's tough because you have Julia, who's like a character who you are really wanting to portray as this like lethal force, right?
Yeah.
A long-standing feud with a comedic character probably won't do much for her. I don't know.
For that version that they're trying to.
Right. So, yeah, I just think that, and this is also just the reality of SmackDown for the last couple months is just that there hasn't really been a lot going on.
Yeah.
Now with all these NXT call-ups and just the sort of shake up that's been happening, I'm excited to see what she does now. I think that's the problem with the mid-card titles in general. And you don't always have a Becky Lynch to, make lemonade, right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, all that to say, yeah, I don't know who's winning the Women's Rumble. If history is any indication, I mean, maybe it's Lyra's year. I don't know. Maybe it's Becky's year again. I don't know.
Lyra.
Has Becky's won a Royal Rumble, right?
She's had to have, right? How long have the women been able to do a Rumble? It hasn't been very long.
No. Maybe Trish will come back. Oh, thank you, Trish.
Maybe that was the other thing is that we have like all of these different brands that people can come back from, or injury, or we can get some like legacies coming back. So
I'd love to see both Trish and Lita so that they can run it back, because the last time we saw Lita, Trish took her out.
Yeah. We haven't seen Lita in a long time.
Yeah. But hang on, I'm like slipping down in my chair. I feel like I'm getting lower and lower. Anyway, we would love to hear what y'all are thinking in terms of the Rumble. Did you have anything else you wanted to add for the Rumble?
I'm excited.
Very excited. Oh, we're going to the movies to see this one. Wee! Yeah, they're continuing their partnership with Fandango. I think it's through Fandango. Fandango. I don't know why I said it like that. Fandango. But yeah, so this one's going to be in movie theaters. Very excited. I feel like seeing it on a big screen, hearing other people's reactions, is going to be a really, really fun time.
This one, more than any other one, I think the Royal Rumble was made to be watched in a group like that. What was the first one we saw in theaters?
We saw SummerSlam Night 1, where Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank on CM Punk in the ruse of the century.
Yes. That was really fun. So cool. I assume this is going to be like a really good time. If you guys want to see if you have a showing of it near you, I would highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a little bit more expensive than just, watching it at home, but not as expensive as going in person to see it live. I just think the group atmosphere is really cool to experience, and that the people there are like as passionate about it as you are, so they'll actually be paying attention to it.
Yeah.
And I want WWE to see that there's an interest in it, and the only way to do that is with our dollars. So
get the meat in the seat.
Get your meat in the seat.
Hey, get your meat in the seat and go check out the Royal Rumble.
That should be their tagline.
That might be our episode title.
Meat in the seat.
Get your meat in the seat.
Ugh, disgusting.
Anyway, moving on. Hey, it's not just Royal Rumble season around these parts, though. It's Oscar season. Oscar called. He said, hey, I've got some nominations for you.
These are Oscar's personal nominations for his award that he created.
Oscar Wilde, Oscar Isaac,
Grouch.
Oscar De La Hoya. You said Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, that was my one Oscar.
All the Oscars, they get together and they nominate a bunch of shit. Now, as it just so happens, hey, guess what? We haven't seen most of the movies that are nominated, but there are there are 3 movies in particular that pertain to what we've talked about here and what we like around these parts. So I figure let's dish on these and talk a little bit about it, if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So first up, in the most probably controversial of things to happen, Kendra's favorite movie of 2025, Wicked for Good, scored approximately 0 nominations.
Uh-oh.
A big old goose egg in every department across the board.
Whoops. You guys did that whole thing where you split those movies up into two and you added a bunch of songs just so you could get more nominations, and it didn't work and you got none. And the movie was only okay.
Well, here's the thing. We did a whole ass episode about this. The movie, it is not the worst movie I've ever seen.
No.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
It is the worst Wicked movie I've ever seen.
It might be the worst Wizard of Oz movie I've ever. No, the Oz the Great and Powerful was pretty bad, and I have seen. I went to the movies to see that one. Hey, it's before I knew you.
That's how you knew movie tickets used to be pretty cheap.
Yeah,
because you can go just see filth in the movie theater willy nilly. You didn't have to plan it out.
I also grew up in a town where there wasn't really much to do.
Well, yeah, I've been there.
But, yeah, it's not very good. It's not like a, total shit or anything. It's just, it's a mediocre film at best, I think.
I just feel like there was so much potential, and they had, we loved the first one. Yeah, Keo's trying to get into the same box that Bustelo's in, but Bustelo's whole body takes up the box. So Keo is just kind of on the side, he's on top of Bustelo. It's really cute.
But anyway.
I want a picture too. Oh my God, they're so cute.
Wow.
They're adorable. You guys see. Look at how cute they are stuffed into the same box. Oh, that's
Well, at least they're being nice to each other.
The fan we bought before we got this house 3 years ago that we never put in. Anyway, it's not that we didn't like the source material, that we didn't like the actors, because we loved the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It was just something about this one. I think it just happened to be the worst half of the show, so it became the worst half of the movie. I did like Girl in the Bubble.
I did too.
And I'm kind of surprised that didn't get anything, or that Ariana Grande didn't get anything, because she was like for sure the standout in the second one, like by a lot. But yeah, it just missed the mark. It could have been so good.
It was just okay. It was just an okay movie. So I'm surprised more of in the sense that it was like, I was sure that maybe its popularity would have done more for it. And also because they didn't win those performance Oscars and the last Oscars, last Academy Awards, that maybe it'd be like some sort of retribution. But no, just no nominations across the board, which I thought was a little surprising, but also not. But I mean, Dems the breaks. I think that's what happens when the script is only okay. A lot of cheesy one-liners.
Yeah, the script was, I think, the biggest.
And the fact that you have a almost 2.5 hour movie, and yet all of your big moments still felt remarkably rushed.
Man, John, you marinated on that one and you're much harsher this episode.
Sorry, the vinegar's coming out. You had to
too much vinegar.
Shake it out a little bit. But what did score a couple of nominations is one of our favorite movies of last year, Kpop Demon Hunters.
Yes.
2 nominations, one for Best Animated Feature, which I think goes without saying. I think might even be the favorite to win, truth be told. And then Best Original Song for Golden.
You've heard it. I've heard it. It's gonna be golden.
And I wouldn't be surprised if this was also performed at said Oscars.
It's been performed everywhere else in the world.
It's been performed everywhere else. I would love to see them.
Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wish they would perform other songs too. I would love to see performances of other songs from the film.
Yeah.
It's only that one and sometimes Soda Pop.
Yeah. I would also love to see Soda Pop. Hey, listen, I'm not going to rain on EJ's Parade. That's her name, right? EJ?
Mm-hmm.
Did I get that right? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that's her name. No, I think the song is fantastic. I love the song. I love this movie. Not upset about it. I'm surprised that I'm not surprised at the nominations it got, But part of me is like, could there have been more nominations?
That's my thing. I'm like, only 2, but also I don't know.
And they're the ones you would expect them to be nominated for?
I don't know what other categories I would choose for it, though.
Do we not have a voice acting?
I don't know.
Do we not have like a... I don't know. I feel like there are so many special effects in this movie, but because it's animated, like... Animation doesn't always get the most love and representation in these type of things anyway.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and again, you hate to give a corporation credit, but like Sony Animation just continually pushing the boundaries of computer animation. Like I feel like there has to be some sort of animation or computer graphics, computer effects. I don't know. I feel like there has to be some sort of something more we can give them. There has to be like
a CGI category or like best special effects. That's
what I was saying, like visual effects or
I don't know if this would win that though. Not with an Avatar movie that came out.
But even a nomination? That's what I'm saying. Like
a little something about me, part of my lore. I just muted my mic. I don't enjoy award shows.
Yeah.
I have some strong opinions about them. The one award show, though, that I do like to tune into is the Tonys. I like to see the performances.
And even then, like lately.
And even then, like, I think there's been like 2 musicals that's come out in the last 5 years.
And one of them was the last 5 years. It was a bad revival with, I don't know if it was bad, but I know Nick Jonas was in it.
Oof. So yeah, so I don't know all of the categories or anything like that. And whenever things are snubbed, I'm like, well, of course. Or whenever things are like given a lot of awards, I'm like, well, of course. I don't really have like a standard to go by. So I don't know what other categories it could have gotten or what is available for animated movies. I don't know. I'm just glad that they got a nomination.
Oh, and the 2 that they got were
some of the good ones.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They got a Best Original Song nomination, and Wicked for Good can't say that.
Wicked for Good can't.
Damn.
And they shan't.
The music in Kpop Demon Hunters was better than the music in Wicked for Good.
You heard it here first. Suck on that, Steven Schwartz.
Sorry.
Hopefully,
the first half was great.
Hopefully, you don't listen to this, Mr. Schwartz.
That'd be crazy.
And if you do, I'd like for you to let's talk about when I can audition for you.
What are you typing?
I'm looking for this next movie.
Oh yes.
Because hang on one second.
You know it's gonna be golden. Gonna be.
Okay.
Wait, why don't you clap?
You could have clapped too. Anyway, so a movie that we both loved last year. Again, this is one of my top movies of last year. That it was such a good movie, and it seemed like it was getting downplayed, and sort of there were attempts of like icing it out from any real conversation through some major publications. But Ryan Coogler's Sinners has broken the all-time record for most nominations in a single year. And some of those categories include, I'll just list off the categories. I'll go quickly. Best Picture, Director for Ryan Coogler, Actor for Michael B. Jordan, who did play 2 very distinct characters in this movie. Supporting Actor, and his first ever Oscar nomination for Delroy Lindo.
Is he the younger one?
No. He was the older one. The older guy, the harmonica player.
Yeah.
Best Supporting Actress for Wunmi Mosaku.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Loki, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait. Yeah.
Yes. B15. B12.
B6. I pick up sticks.
Best Original Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing, Best Costume Design, which goes to Ruth E. Carter.
Oh, she eats that category.
Who is now has the most nominations for a black woman at the Oscars ever.
Crazy.
Best Production Design, Makeup and Hairstyling, Sound, Visual Effects, Original Score the nomination going to Ludwig Göransson. Best Original Song for I Lied to You, and Best Casting.
I mean,
so I mean, just it, and it just, it all depends on how much stake you put into these type of nominations and these type of awards. But again, for a movie that I feel like, I mean, it was constantly being like re-released because of like how much people wanted to experience it and see it in like 70 millimeter or see it in IMAX. And like, I feel like it was just the little movie that could. And also the, legendary deal that Ryan Coogler made for this movie to basically own all the rights and masters to it after 10 years. It's like, or 20 years, something like that. But it's just a deal that's never been done before. So anyway, all that to say, it's incredible. It's an incredible accomplishment just in general. And I think it's a movie that absolutely deserves, at least if nothing else, the nominations, because this movie is so damn good if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's really good. I had one of my coworkers, she hadn't seen it, and her thing was that she was worried it was going to be scary. It is not scary. If you haven't seen it, if the thing holding you back is that you thought it was scary, it's not scary. It's like thrilling, but it's not like scary. But yeah, it was really good, and I think it did a lot. I was watching someone's TikTok. I can't remember what their name was, but they were talking about the representation for Asian American people in the South. Because where did Sinners take place? Was it
Mississippi?
Yeah, there was like there are still like I think it's primarily Chinese ancestry in like the Mississippi Delta area. And I think I heard about that for the first time also on TikTok. There was a video of these people that they owned a store, and I think they were Chinese American, like been here for many, many generations. But it was the first time I had seen Asian people with a Southern accent, like a Mississippi Southern accent. And just thinking like, I've never seen that before. And then I learned that there's this whole history about it. So, I mean, the fact that it took TikTok to teach me something like that, I'm just happy that it's in film. There's that representation, because it's not, I feel like we don't see that a whole lot nowadays.
Yeah.
There's such a history between specifically Chinese immigrants and Black Americans, and maybe, I guess, specifically in the South, that's just like we don't talk about it. And Ryan Coogler's wife, I think her dad has that Chinese Mississippi Delta ancestry. She's also Filipina.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And like African American. So I think that's why he added that element to it, was specifically to like recognize her heritage. But yeah, so it's like it was a good movie, and then on top of that, I feel like it was an important movie.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of representation out of it.
I'm gonna say two things. One, not to shamelessly plug, but on the other podcast I do, John/John, my co-host John, not me, we do this really deep dive into Sinners, and he did a lot of really great research on a lot of what you're talking about, the historical and cultural context behind the movie. And it makes you appreciate it so much more, because the way that the movie ties in, like specifically Irish, the Chinese Americans who were there, and the indigenous folks who were in that area, and why they were there. Like, the script is tight, like historically and culturally. Now, again, it is a film, it is a movie, so it's also about vampires, right? So like, spoilers, but so like, but just in terms of what they do and how it all ties together, it's beautiful. And also, if you were to ask me, I would classify this as a musical.
That's fair, I think.
As a musical film of sorts, not structured like a Broadway musical by any means, but
there were multiple full songs in it.
Yeah, this is a movie driven by music. And yeah, it's just that scene where he's where the kid, the preacher boy, is singing at the juke joint. Just for that scene alone, I could see why it's nominated for like costume design, production design, hair and makeup. Like, yeah. So anyway, just a historic thing for the Oscars and for film. So I hope it wins as many Oscars as it possibly can.
Yeah.
And you know, I also want maybe our next Avengers movie to be directed by Ryan Coogler. I think that'd be pretty fucking sick.
I agree.
And I think this is a strong case to have him do something huge in the MCU. Not to tie it back to the MCU, but you know.
But I mean, look at us. I
know who I am. But anyway, so that about covers it for Oscar season. Oscar the Grouch, Oscar De La Hoya, whoever we said
Sir
before.
Isaac. Sir Oscar Newton.
Sure. Well, I don't think that was his name. But anyway, that's about all I had planned to talk about today. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to touch on.
We went to Fort Wilderness.
We did go to Fort Wilderness. Oh my gosh.
We can talk about that more on Perez in the Parks and in our videos that we post about it.
Yeah, we're tired. I'm tired.
From that trip?
No, well, no. I had a great time on that trip.
John's tired because John has been working at least 2 jobs for like 3 years. So I think that's why John's tired.
And that's like an average.
Yeah, sometimes it's more.
Sometimes it's a little more, but
rarely is it less.
But you know, it's been fun because I work in theater. For those of you who are, if this is your first ever episode, welcome. It's a weird one to jump in on, but that's not that weird. I feel like we did a good job.
Pretty standard.
Yeah. But yeah, I work in theater and I've been directing 2 shows, and it's been. I mean, as an artist, I feel very fulfilled.
Yes, but as a person, because it's not that he's directing 2 shows for the same place. He's directing 2 shows for 2 different companies in 2 different cities.
Yeah.
So
cities I don't live in,
and cities that he doesn't live in. So it's a lot of driving around.
I feel like I'm constantly in a triangle, a weird line.
Yeah, a real fucked line.
Yeah.
He's going from here to here to here to here.
It's a triangle.
Well, yes, it's is.
Like
and sometimes if he stops at Wawa.
But that about covers it here for today's episode. So thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Ringside. If you're not already, please follow us on all the various social medias. You know, we're active on some of them.
Figure it out.
Go. You got to follow all of them to find out which ones. If you're not already, please follow us at least for the time being on TikTok. Hey, who knows what's happening over there, right? But definitely subscribe to us on YouTube and on Twitch. That way you can keep up to date with every episode of Ringside, but also our live stream. We have 2 live stream shows. The first being Pre-Per-View, which is our WWE centric live stream where we talk about the upcoming PLEs. We discuss through the card, make predictions, and engage with you all in the chat. And then we have Perez in the Parks.
Perez in the Parks is our theme park centric podcast live stream thing.
Livecast.
Carly's 50th web show.
Oh my god.
Again, because times are crazy, we haven't been as up to date on all the theme park news, but we do talk about theme park news, not just in Walt Disney World, which is where we typically are, but other parks as well. And we talk about things that we get up to in the parks. We have a video coming out on TikTok, a vlog of our time at Fort Wilderness, if you're interested in that. But yeah, it's all things theme park central because we're theme park people.
Yeah.
Theme park. Did I say central?
You did. I knew what you meant.
Rick. When I furrow my guys, I need Botox. Look at that. I have. Oh no.
What about me?
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. And then relax. bounces back like normal. And I've got a dent. Guys, when you see me next, I will have undergone some kind of like cosmetic surgery.
That plastic Santa Claus and the Santa Claus 2.
Yeah, you come back, I look like that plastic fucking Santa Claus. He's like...
Remember how that motherfucker drank hot cocoa in just one gulp?
I do remember that. And you know what? I haven't even seen that movie very much. I think that's how traumatizing he was. Is that I remember him pretty well. Ugh.
Anyway. Sorry. So yeah, go follow us on all the things, subscribe to all the things. Make sure you leave a rating, review, all that stuff on our podcast. That way we can continue to do more of those things. I mean, we're going to do them regardless, but your ratings sure would help to get it on in more people's ears. So we appreciate you. And we will see you for the next one.
Bye.
Peace.